Another day of exciting football here for you this afternoon. We've got two games on tab for you today. First on tab will be the defending champions, the Roaring Lions. They will be coming up against the uh, Salsa Ballers, one of former champion team as well. And it's certainly going to be an exciting counter here this afternoon. And going into the evening, we will have the Limers FC. They will be also taking on another former champions. That's the Kicks United FC. That match will start somewhere around 7 o'clock. And so if you're looking for some place to go, if you're looking for some streaming, some live streaming to do where football is concerned, you can certainly log on to AI Live right here in Rainbow City, Anguilla in the British West Indies and view matches being broadcast for you right here at the Raymond's E. Gishard Technical Center. The spectators, they are just trickling in. We've seen where the Lions supporters, they are donning their Lions t-shirt, their Lions gear, and the spectators are just slowly trickling in. We know for sure that the Salsa Ballers FC, they will certainly be looking new with a few players, imported players, as we would call them. The Lions themselves, they are also going to be looking a little bit different because they are at the moment without some of their key players as well, the likes of Tyreek Lake, he is out on the injured list. We've got the veteran in Capel, Batiste as well. He is also on the injured list. And the likes of Vashon Hodge, who we have not seen him in training for the past couple of months leading from the season. That is, they will also be missing the services of the talisman in the middle in the person of Aiden Scipio, who is away, and one of their most prolific defensive midfielders as well, national captain and player in Jermaine Hughes. He is still in England on a stint trying out to play some football there in the UK. So they're certainly going to be looking a lot different here this evening. And we will wait and see what the pedigree of the Lions team will be showing forth here this afternoon. So far for this year, we've seen quite a number of games. That is, in that we have seen the inauguration of the Under-17 tournament league that would have started some maybe about 3 weeks ago. And the games usually commence at 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the Caribbean. And so most of these coaches, some of them will be coming right from those games, getting into these senior tournament, the senior league. The league started on Friday with the two teams playing. On Friday, the Diamonds FC versus the Attackers FC. Attackers, one of the former champions as well. And that game played to a stalemate at a 1-1 draw encounter. So both teams taking a share of the points, a point apiece. And then on Saturday, that's yesterday, we saw in the early game, it was the Spartans FC coming up against the Limers FC, not the Limers FC, the Uprising FC as well. And these teams are both very young teams. And we saw where it was in the early portion of the match that the Spartans FC took a 1-0 lead and then gave it all away in the just shortly after they would have scored to go ahead. They gave it all away, and we saw where 2 quick goals was conceded by the Spartans FC, and in the end, even though the score read 4 goals to 1 as well, it was a keenly, tightly contested match between both teams. But in the end, it was the Uprising FC winning the match some 4 goals to 1. And then in the nightcap as well, in the nightcap we saw where the Eagles Claw, that's a new team coming in, the Eagles Claw, new team coming in to this tournament here that's started on Friday. They came up against the Ducks United, 2-time runners-up to the championship in this year's competition and last year's competition. As I say, welcome and good afternoon to Doc. Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of the Sunday evening of football right here in Rainbow City, Anguilla.
Yes, good afternoon, and this does promise to be a very exciting clash. The Salsa Ballers, they've brought in some reinforcements, and the Roaring Lions, of course, without a couple of their mainstays, of course. I believe their goalkeeper Kareem Burris is suffering with an injury, as well as the veteran Capil Batiste. And of course, with Aiden Scipio being our fallen, as well as Jermaine Hughes, they were without a couple of their more established names.
Yes, certainly, and as I was mentioning earlier, we'll see what they are made of, having all those key players missing from their team as well, and not certain what is to come from the Spartans FC, because as you rightly mentioned, that they have got quite a number of new signings as well, coming from a footballing nation, as we would say, if we would call it here in the Caribbean, places like Trinidad and the Sarts. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they will pose for the Lions here this afternoon.
But with all of those international signings coming in for Salsa Ballers, I believe one of their more underrated signings was the man Jaron Gale, coming over from the Diamonds FC. Previously, he's been a serious goal threat all throughout his high school career, playing for the Maroon House. Scored many goals in that Maroon House side, and with him coming over to a new side, getting a fresh start, I think it's maybe a chance for him to be really reinvigorated as a young forward.
Yes, you spoke about Jaron Gale. He was one of the brighter spots in the under-20 team as well, scoring a number of goals that they were able to score, and it's certainly going to be he's certainly going to be in a different setup, playing with different players, and we will look forward to see how well he will cope as well throughout the course of this match as well. And so certainly very interesting here this afternoon. The Roaring Lions, they certainly would need to pull all their heads together, because, like I said, the challenge that's been posed, that is about to be posed to them here this afternoon, is the new look Salsa Ballers team.
Yes, and another main question for the Roaring Lions is who goes in goal? And I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe the veteran Fish. A sneaking suspicion, as the teams will be coming out in just a moment. We'll be able to see for certain, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the veteran Fisher will be in nets today.
Certainly a good call, Doc. It's most likely would be the vet. Well, there we say good afternoon, Coach.
Well,
it's
a shock. Looks like Kareem Burris may be back.
Yes, we've seen the veteran Fishy, though, in number 12. He will be taking part.
He'll be taking the field.
He'll be playing on the field.
He'll be taking the field, the veteran Fishy. So Burris is back, but Fish is on the field. Well.
Yes, and certainly without their key striker as well, in the person of the man Screechy. But
Yes.
we've seen where there is Kadim, the youngster
They
as
brought
well,
in a
who
youngster.
played
He
with,
previously played for the
yes,
Spartans and the Kicks United last year.
yes.
He was out injured. So the man Kadim has gone over to a rival of the Kicks, you have to say, in the Roaring Lions. He's
Yes.
starting more than likely up top for them.
And I'm looking forward to see his progress here today, because you know he was out injured for the most part of last season and
His
didn't really
national
get a
team
chance.
duty.
Yes, yes, and so that's going to be something to see here. The captain this afternoon, wearing the armbands for the Royal Lions, is the veteran. We call him Jaden Abbott. The man in the middle this afternoon, taking charge of this match, is in the person of Kamal Harden Hodge. He's assisted by referee Trevor Rose and Tashim Fleming. And the fourth official is Celicia. And certainly different. We can see, just looking at the stature of the players here for the Salsa ballers, we can certainly see the different faces, and it's going to be a good match here. There's got the likes of the veteran Naldo, who played for, who would have played for the Roaring Lions, and sure would be licking his chops to score on them as well.
As you can see, that brand new forward line, that brand new dangerous forward line of Naldo, Jaron, and Finley. It will cause some serious problems because there's a lot of pace in that forward line. Between those three, and the man Marvin at the back for the Lions will have a lot of work to do. He's very fast as Marvin, but he will certainly have his work cut out for him to keep up with the likes of Naldo and Jaron and Finley. We just received the lineups for the Salsa Ballers. It's the number 9, Naldo Shamaine Charles, number 4, Jordan Deans, and number 8, Desroy Finley, number 10, Eric Gukaran, the number 2, Neil Gums, as we've kicked off, the number 14, Ricardo John, number 23, Tyreek John, the number 16, Josiah Perez, number 18, Joel Orozco, and the number 7, I think that is, and Tyreek Sutherland. As it's going to be the Roaring Lions kicking up from the left of screen to the right in their dark and bright orange. And the Salsa Ballers in their yellow and black. That's, I believe, that's as the ball forward, it's cut out. I think that's the man, Demar Prince, who's suited up for the Lions here today.
Yes.
Again, we're seeing a lot of new faces. A shot comes in and goes wide of the target. That's going to be a goal kick.
Well, so there we see the first shot from Karim, and so a testament that he is over that injury that he had throughout the course of last season.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the man Fisher playing up top for the Lions with Prince on the right and possibly Kadim on the left.
He's starting our lineup for the Rowan Lions. Jaden Abbott, number 5. Kiani Brooks Bell, number 7. Number 18, Shamari Bryan. Number 46, Karim Burris. As we see play continues. Doc.
It's cleared by Eric. One as far as Brooks Bell. Brooks Bell is going to have this one taken off him. Here come the Salsa Ballers breaking at speed. Ball away looking for Naldo, but it was cut out crucially by, I believe that's Marvin there, the number 22 for the Lions. Now it's Keon Woodley, a youngster getting, I believe this is his second start for the Lions.
Yes, another one of the under 20 players as well. And as we see, players just being held up just a little bit. And referee in Kamal Harden Hodge is speaking to 2 of the players. And
he's setting an early precedence.
Just to
he's
say,
not
just
stand
keep
for
it.
any nonsense.
Keep it.
Brooks Bell. Now it's with Mighty. Mighty back with Brooks Bell. Forward, I think that's with Keon Lee, who's going to the midfield now for the Lions, formerly playing at fullback. Out wide towards Jaron Gale. Gale looking to turn. It's now going to be all the way out wide with Jordan Deans. Now Eric Gokaran. All the way back to the new defender, the number 18 in Orozco. All the way back in goal now. I'm not sure who the goalkeeper is for the Salsa Ballers. But referee says that's a push in the back and a free kick to the Salsa Ballers.
Yes, so both teams looking very, very good. Just boxing the ball around, especially in the midfield area. And it's certainly going to be in for a good game here this afternoon.
It's with Brooks Bell. Looking out wide for Kadeem Rogers, but a bit too heavy. And Finley can pick this one up. It's now with Ricardo John. John out wide to number 4. And that's Jordan Deans. Now back with Ricardo John. Into Orozco. Oh, that's very good skill by Orozco. Completely outdoing Keon Lee and winning a free kick.
A little bit dangerous there from the number 18 player there in central defense. The initial stage, the first attack was could have easily lost that ball, but won a free kick in the end.
You can see that the Salsa Ballers there without a couple of their mainstays, and the other two Curry posse, according to our fellow commentator and now technical director Colin Johnson, without both Kerry and Solomon Gokaran, seemingly they have fallen out of favor with football, according to reports.
Yeah.
It's going to be Keon Woodley. Good ball forward. It's going to find anything. That's Jaden Abbott. Well, chipped out wide towards Amari Prince. Prince. On this the right hand side will take it down. Prince inside to, as it's back with Orozco. Out wide to the number 14 in Ricardo John. John inside to, well, it's a very good move there by Sutherland. Gets inside but loses out. And Abbott into Keon Lee, who gives it away. Here's Desroy Finley. Finley chips it forward, looking for Gale. This one is cut out. And a good touch, but the referee says a dangerous touch. And that's going to be a free kick. That one given against the number 23 for them in Tyreek John.
Yes, and what Keon will have to realize is that he's not going to get any easy freebie in terms of controlling and passing there. So he has to be a lot more sharp. He has to be aware of where his players are, because we've seen 2 passes going a begging so far.
And of course, another man missing for the Salsa Ballers is the veteran defender in Donny, the man Adonijah Richardson. He's unavailable for this encounter, but it's a free kick to the Roaring Lions, according to referee Harding Hodge. It's going to be Rogers around this one. Rogers with the ball in, cleared by, I believe that's John, and here comes the speedy Sutherland. Sutherland gets past the man. Sutherland still driving, goes for an early shot, and Boris punches, and punches very well, because he did have Jaron Gale lurking there.
Good football there from the Salsa Ballers and the counter-attack. Noticing that the Lions defenders was just a tad bit too far back at the half line, and the player on the right side there coming away and crossing nicely, but equal to the task was Boris punching away for a throw-in.
Throw taken quickly. He's going to find Naldo. Naldo has a shot. Brilliant save, Boris. Falls to Gale. And finally a shot by Finley is blocked. It's not over yet. Finley has it again. The referee is going to stop play for an injury, though. And it looks severe as immediately the medical staff is called.
Yes, and seems as though he would have gotten that one maybe flush in the nugget, so to speak, and not the kindest of place to really receive a hit from the ball. But a poor defending there from the number 22 player there in Marvin, missing everything and allowing the player to get behind him. And had it not been for the export goalkeeping there of Boris, could have seen the Rowan Lions be trailing 1-0, and some good defensive work there generally from the entire team. They live to fight on at 0-0 here, Doc.
And that was a brilliant save initially by Karim Burris, looking back to his best form, getting down quickly to his left. The shot came in by the man Naldo, going for that far corner.
But you can certainly see that the likes of Marvin, who has not been training on a regular, short of work here this afternoon, and this is a sport that tells on you very easy when you neglect the nuances of what you ought to be doing in season and out of season. So he is lucky that he was bailed out there from the goalkeeper Boris and the defenders themselves.
Finley goes for a shot, but it's well over the bar, and a goal kick.
But good playing here by the Salsa Ballers. In times past, it probably might have been a goal or two down already, but they have looked much composed
had the better
here
chances
this afternoon. Yes.
It's Kadim Rogers, and it looks like this Lions side is playing with what seems to be more of a back three, in fact, with Marvin in the center. As here comes, that was the Mario Prince on the right-hand side, but it's cut out and picked up by Deans. Now John, back with Gukaran. Over to Orozco. Back with number 23 in John. Chips it forward. And this one is cut out for a throw-in. So it does look like Lions seem to be playing with a back three as it's headed clear, only as far as John. John looking to go down the line. Tyreek John chips it inside. Good ball inside. And absolutely no nonsense there. But I believe that's the man...
Tafari. Yes.
Tafari.
Certainly,
Yes.
and certainly doing what he needed to do, because keeper was nowhere near it, couldn't let it drop there at all, as there were two unrushing forwards right in the middle. Had he let that ball drop, and could have been in some danger there, but nicely cleared away there for a corner kick. First one of the match to the Salsa Ballers, looking to really draw first blood in this encounter.
Corner kick comes in. This is a good ball in. Ooh! And I think Burris was completely fooled by that one, because it curled and the wind took it. But in the end, got his hand there and poked it over the bar.
It's a really good corner kick there by the number 7 player there. That one was really causing some danger. Another kick from the same side again.
Good corner again. This one to the back post. Heads going up. This one is cleared only as far as John, who sends it about a mile high up and over the bar. That's a goal kick.
And yes, again, dangerously taken corner kick there. And the defenders, for all it's worth, making sure that they were not leaving the ball drop and clearing the lines, but shot from John way over the bar, and no harm, no damage cause opposed to the keeper there in Burris in goal. So under a bit of pressure here is the Rowan Lions. They withstanding the pressure being posed to them at the moment, pretty okay, but they will certainly need to get a move on things.
It's picked up now by John. Back to Gokaran. Orozco. John. Orozco. Now, Eric Gokaran. Good ball through is going to find the number 7. It was a great turn by Sutherland. Sutherland gets past the man, cleared out. This is a huge call by the referee. What will he say? I think it's going to be a yellow. It should be a yellow, and it will be a yellow.
Certainly.
A rather clumsy challenge by, I think that was Tafari, and rightly the referee gives him a yellow.
Certainly, and as this game progressed, we're into the 15th minute of play. The strategy of the Roaring Lions certainly will definitely need to be changed. Instead of just hanging back and waiting to collect that inerrant pass coming through, that's not happening at the moment from the Salsa ballers. They will certainly need to just push up a little bit more to take the space and the pressure that the defenders for the Salsa ballers has been given the time to play with and to ping those passes over the top to their players who are waiting forward.
And I think we're starting to realize how vitally important the man Jermaine Hughes was to that Lions midfield. The game was completely played at his pace. He was able to dictate the tempo of the game almost single-handedly, along with the man Capil Baptiste. Free kick comes in. Good ball in. Oh, it's off the crossbar, I believe. I think that one rattled the crossbar and came back out, and the chance was missed. But Carrying Boris was completely beaten.
It almost as if it passed through his hands, but it should have been goal number 1 for the Salsa ballers. Whether they will live to regret that easy miss, because the ricochet was right there for the player as well, but it gets too sudden that he missed it.
This one is a good tackle there by Neil Gums. It's John. Over to Eric Gokoran. Eric is going to find the number 4 in Deans. Chips it forward towards Jaron Gale. Good touch by Sutherland. Sutherland is away again. Sutherland, he's been giving Marvin a torrid time. That's a great challenge there by Marvin. He tries to dribble and almost lost out, but it's a free kick.
And this is one thing it's either one of two things. It's either you're going to hang back, and when the pass comes, you are right there to intercept it, or you're going to press and make them play the football as well. Here is the Salsa ballers as well.
It's John who's taken down. That's going to be a free kick.
So
it's going to be a free kick to the Salsa ballers as the referee says, Fish, you have to move away. Free kick is taken. It's with John. John is going to find the number 14 and the man Ricardo John was trying to go down the line, but got strength here by Demari Prince. And cleared up field only as far as Orozco. Orozco to, I think that's Deans. Deans back with Orozco.
it's certainly all the time in the world. Number 18 can sleep on it all day.
Well, this is not the Lions that we've grown to know one bit. They are a Lions team that doesn't control possession and hang back is something I never thought I would ever have to say. But here comes Jaden Abbott. Abbott down the line. Abbott gets into the box, cuts it back, lays it off. Shot comes, cuts it back again. Instead of taking the shot, Keon Lee tried to go for the cute pass, and in the end, it's out for a goal kick. And the first real chance the Roaring Lions have had has gone a-begging.
I'm going to count that as 2 errors, both on Jay, because I thought he could have shoot on goal, and Jay should have shot that ball on goal inside the area with the goal in front of him and no one else trying to square back, and that's Keon Lee not really choosing the right decision to shoot at goal, trying to make another pass again, and mucked it all up here for the Roaring Lions. So easy chance going a big in there. They could have easily seen themselves, because they've been withstanding quite a bit of pressure here from the Salsa ballers this afternoon.
But here come the Lions again. Bit of sustained pressure. Lee finds Abbott. Lays it off. Shot comes in. It's over the goal. Rather casual, I must say, by the goalkeeper in Jose Perez. But in the end, it was up and over the goal for a goal kick. But a name that's just come to me is Kieran Warner.
Well, I just see him came into the park, so
he came in a
just
bit
came
late
on work, yeah.
because I was wondering as to his availability for this encounter, having seen him yesterday, I believe, at the Ducks United and Eagle Claw game. This one chipped over the top, but referee Harding is going to blow his whistle.
But not generally Lee's favorite position in central midfield, and because he's an out-and-out defender, but has a very high motor, so to speak, and work rate, and just not really doing what he should have done, put the laces through the ball and making the keeper do some work there. But I thought that Jay should have done that as well. And overpassing.
It should have been 2 shots, so that's good work there by Damari Prince. Prince, back to Mighty. And picked up now by Brooks Bell. Prince, Lee. Prince. Free kick, says the referee.
It's into the 22nd minute. It's still all square here in a nicely, keenly contested game so far.
Dean. Sorry, that's John. I was going to find John and Neil sleeping. Neil Gomez was sleeping. Here comes Kadeem Rogers. Rogers looks and gets past Neil Gomez. Cuts it inside. Mistouch, but it's going to find the boot of, I think that's Keon. Over to Prince with a miscontrol, but we'll find Fishy. Fishy to Mighty. Mighty. Back with Fish. Good pass forward. We'll find Prince. Prince cuts it inside, and that's going to be picked up by goalkeeper Perez.
Well read there by the goalkeeper, but good playing there from the Lions.
Looks like the man Deans, he's swapped over. He started off at left back, but looks like he's gone to the right, and the number 14 and Ricardo John has come over to the left. Naldo. Oh, he gives it away. Actually, looks like Deans has gone into the midfield. It's very interesting to see the different changes being made by the 2 coaches. Of course, the man Leon had been around for a long time, a veteran of the coaching scene, and of course Nico, the man Nigel Connor, also a veteran of the coaching scene. So very interesting to see the tactical battle between these 2 coaches. As a cross comes in, Eric is going to clear only as far as Damari Prince, who's
appears as if
offside, I believe, was the call.
I think it's Fishy just going a tad bit too far. Lester Connor there, number 12, and Tashim right in line making the call. So we've seen the number 18 really controlling things from the back and doing so very well. Here is Naldo, the number 9.
Naldo out to Finley. Finley inside to John. John takes it down very well. Looking for some support. Wins a free kick.
Good skill there by John. And getting that foul on the what would be a very frustrated number 2 Kian Lee there. He's been in the wars. He's gotten the chances. Has not gone as well as he would have liked for him here this afternoon. Certainly sure he'll be looking to redeem himself, but it's...
Free kick comes in. This one is taken up by Mighty only as far as the number 14. Oh, that's a brilliant bit of defending by Marvin. Stepping in quickly, having read the danger. Now Kadeem Rogers. Rogers Looking for but not being able to find his compatriot. But good switching of the play will find Damari Prince. Prince takes it down. Prince inside to Fishy. Fishy back forward to Prince. Damari Prince bearing down on goal. Puts it across. And at the right place at the right time was the Salsa Ballers defender. Here comes Jaron. I'm sorry, that's the number 7 in Sutherland. Now finds Jaron Gale. But he cannot control this one and picked up now by Mighty. Brooks Bell. Now Kadeem Rogers. Kadeem. Looking to turn. And we'll find Keon Woodley, who was cleared out there. Plays advantage. Shot comes in. Oh, and Perez had some work to do.
Referee allowing play to continue, which quite rightly so as well. But we see two good built up there from the Roaring Lions. We see the connection between Prince and Connor there. Prince getting to the byline and probably not getting the power to beat the keeper, the player there across the goal, and was able to clear their lines, the Salsa Ballers. And as we can see now, probably both teams are just a little bit on the tight end of things. And so we've seen a more settled Roaring Lions after they withstand quite a number, long period of pressure. They have started to at least push forward a bit more. As we can see, the number 14 gesticulating there for the Salsa Ballers to get the ball up the field, as they are certainly playing from the back a bit. 27 minutes of play, 0-0.
Goal kick taken. It's going to find the boot of, I believe that's Deans. I'm sorry, that's number 14 and Ricardo John. John looking for Gale, but giving away. Here's Kean Lee. This one's given away as well. And the ball forward, looking for John. And Tafari is going to make a no-nonsense clearance and set for a throw.
Just not, as Keon certainly would have to be thinking a lot faster in terms of his play to get those passes in. That pass, the ball should have gone 1-1.
Is going to find Orozco. That's a bit risky. And the man Nico was there, but that's going to be a foul on the man Fishy, sorry. Of course, there on the man Tyreek John, but played quickly. Sutherland. It looks like he kicked the dirt, but Lee gives it away. And John, now low, out wide to Finley. Finley on the edge of the box, puts it in. Oh, that's wild. That's very, very wild by Desiree Finley.
Very, very robust shot, I can say, hustling and not taking his time well. Had a lot of opportunity to really just square that one back, because there was players in the middle there waiting for it, but elect to shoot and goal and not getting a good shot off at all.
Well, I'm not sure about the call there, because I believe the rule for a goal kick is it has to be anywhere within the 6-yard area. Wow. So if he chose to take the goal kick from within the 6-yard area, it shouldn't be called back. But it was, for some reason, by veteran referee Rouse. It doesn't have to be on the line, just has to be within the line.
Yeah, well, I guess he'll have to tell me what that call was, what ideas.
I don't know what they was complaining about, what side of the goalkeeper was taken on. Whatever it is, I'm not exactly certain. We can see the man Nico is pushing his players back, which is not something you usually associate with the Roaring Lions. Chipped forward, looking for Fishy, but I don't think he'll win many foot races these days, the man Fishy. It's a good challenge by Keon Lee.
Yes. Well, what we've realized here too as well is that the physicality of both teams as well, and really making use of such play, not the little ticky-tacky pushes and you calling for fouls and all of that. We have seen that displayed here, right here this afternoon.
And it's going to be Brookspill on the pass from Keon Woodley. Chips it forward, looking for Kadeem Rogers. Back with Kadeem Rogers now. He's going to lay it off and looks for the return pass. But I guess trying to be a bit too cute. It's Naldo, but he's offside.
Yes, it's time. Lee just not getting that one through, but the idea was really good in trying to play the 1-2 with Kadeem there, who's looked very, very good, I must add. Here is the chip
long
coming
ball
over.
forward. It's a good ball forward. Keeper has to come. He spills it, but collects it in the end.
Well, that's going to be a goalkeeper's call any day of the week. But it was hanging in the air dangerously. Keeper coming, pressured by Connor there.
Chipped forward by Perez. Looked like John tripped, but tripped down the man mighty in the process. That's going to be a free kick. Marvin, the young number 22, is going to take this free kick for the Roaring Lions. Into the 31st minute, it is still 0-0 as the ball is chipped forward. Cleared by Finley partially. That finds Sutherland. Boots it forward, and Marvin had to get the touch because both Jaron Gale and Naldo are bearing down. Here comes John. Marvin was being too cute, and John is breaking away at speed. John goes down. Referee Harding says that's going to be a free kick, and that's going to be a yellow card as well. But that's a second yellow. That's a red for Tafari Smith. Well. 2 early yellow cards, and Tafari has been sent off.
Well,
throws his shirt in absolute disgust, but I cannot disagree because it was a reckless challenge by Tafari, and deservedly a second yellow.
Well, that's what the referee is there for, and infringement. And impeding the player running through on goal, but all that was caused by the carelessness of the number 22 player Marvin, who was not been training, and that's a hard look for Tafari, but certainly regrouping here for the Roaring Lions because they will be playing the rest of the way with 10 men.
Well, can we see an upset here today?
We will see what they are made of.
The Salsa ballers have as good a chance as any. If you would have wanted the Lions at any point in time, it would be a depleted Lions side with 10 men. If Lions were ever beatable, this was the team to beat.
Yes,
well.
Really like what I'm seeing here from the Salsa ballers today. It tells me that they are not going to be an easy walkover, and they're going to cause some good competition for these
free
teams
kick by
here.
Sutherland. Oh, it's a good save by Boris. Down quickly to his right. Ball still in play. It's chipped over by Deans. Boris has to punch only as far as John, who again sends it about 1.5 miles over the goal.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that is what happens when you allow yourself an early card. As we could see, this Squeechy walking into the park, and so
Oliver Walker,
yep.
they will be missing him today.
Yeah,
and I think him and probably Karan One will be on very, very quickly.
Well, I'm certainly going to. One of the things they will probably do is pull Fishy back. More like in defensive midfield and push the man Oliver Walker up to the front.
It's a good run. Here comes the Salsa ballers. Well. Tafari having been sent off for a reckless challenge. Well, 2 reckless challenges actually. 2 deserved yellows.
They all call. You know that did him a bit out because picking up that early card, it gives you very little opportunity to be aggressive as you would like to be, knowing the player
And
he
we
is.
know he's a very, very aggressive player.
Yeah.
But Marvin, Marvin always has a mistake in him. That's been the man Marvin for a very long period of
but
time.
Marvin has
And his mistake forced the forward to have to commit. He committed a bit too hard. As the ball comes in, it's cleared now. And out for a Salsa ballers through.
And he had all day and all time, and he certainly would have to be putting in the work now because it was his error that caused Tafari to over exceed the challenge that he would have wanted to put in because the player was certainly bearing down on goal.
It looks like Brooks Bell has gone into center back to replace the man Tafari. And they seem to have been able to recover their structure somewhat, losing a bit of attacking threat, as that's going to be a foul against the Mario Prince, having wrestled him down to the ground. Quick free kick that's given away, I have to say. Picked up by Mighty. And that's given away again. It's Deans. Oh, that's a poor pass. He was looking for Finley on the far side. And you can see a lot of miscues going on right about now.
One of the things the Rowan Lions are not picking up as well, if you realize, especially the players who were brought in for the salsa ballers, they are not waiting for you. They're taking the quick pass. While they are discussing what had gone on, the players already started, and they need to grab a hold of that as well.
So I'm very impressed by these new players. First of all, the center back, he's controlled things very well. The man Orozco, Joel Orozco, as well as the two Johns who've been playing pretty much in the midfield, both Ricardo and Tyreek John, as well as the very, very skillful number 7 Sutherland. Yes. All been very impressive.
Right there by John, but just overhitting it just a little bit there, and not being able to control what the number 14 player there, but certainly the right idea there, because there was acres of space on this left side here close to us. So we are heading into the 37 minutes of play, and what has been a good game so far here between these two teams.
Burris takes a goal kick. Headers won by John. On as far as Naldo, who was trying to find Jaron Gill, but got it horribly wrong. It's back in the possession of Burris. Keon Woodley. Back to Karim Burris. Brooks Bell. You can see the press. The press is one high up the pitch. John tries to chip it over the top. This one is cleared. Burris comes out. The goal is open. Will he take the shot? He crosses it, and it's cleared. All sorts of problems at the back for the Roaring Lions. They are looking like they're being torn apart by the Salsa Ballers. Everything but a goal has been scored, and it's chipped long upfield. And you can see Abbott, he's furious. He's absolutely furious. It's back in the grasp of Perez.
Certainly, I would. What is Brooks doing? What is Brooks Bell doing with the ball?
He's a central midfielder, having a slot in at center back due to Tafari being out. As you can see, Finley puts it inside. Henna comes in. Burris misses. It's a shot by Sutherland, and Burris collects.
Really,
it's all action.
Pressure here. Lions playing with 10 men, withstanding and withholding. Seeing some mishaps, some mistakes. But like my good friend, Mr. Buckner would say, pure rubbish there from Brooks Bell in the center of field. Almost given an easy one again. We've seen some really good save from Burris.
Nico was absolutely flustered as well. He was on his haunches for a second, trying to rack his brain as to how he can counter the Salsa Ballers' attack. The amount of speed and skill they have with that man Sutherland, as well as with Naldo, the ever-present Naldo, Jaron Gale, Desroy Finley. The two Johns, they have such attacking power, the Salsa Ballers.
Yeah.
Free kick. Orozco finds Finley. Finley over the top, almost found Gale, only as far as I think that's Naldo. It's going to find Gale partially, but cleared well upfield by the Roaring Lions. Good touch by Orozco. Finds Neil Gums. Gums, Orozco, John. John turns brilliantly. Is going to pick up a free kick. And I think that may be another card as well for the Roaring Lions. Nico is absolutely furious. But that's going to be another card.
But it is an infringement. It's an infringement.
It's
what he has to do.
Lee.
He has to do, okay, John is going to his right side. So,
if you get beaten, you can't just pull him back.
I know he made
a blatant foul.
He made that quick turn, but you have to be you have to.
And I think that's the second player on the field right now for the Roaring Lions with a yellow, and with Tafari Smith already being sent off. That's too many cards. That's 4 yellows in 40 minutes. That's ill discipline, you have to say, complete ill discipline.
Yes, but for a defender in the person of Keon Lee, he has to. Okay, yeah, he's going to his right side, right?
Orozco puts it in, cleared only as far as Sutherland, who lines up an effort, and it's wide of the target.
He's going to his right side, so you're going to allow him. Yes, and he did. I think what beat Lee was the quick turn. He was already and tricks of the trade of playing in this game of football. Well, certainly not one-dimensional.
The Salsa Ballers, they do look back to their prime form, looking like the team that they had when that man in the middle there, Kamal Harding-Hodge, was one of their star players. But it's going to be Desroy Finley. Shit over the top by Finley. Good ball over the top, but Burris is going to win that one. Thrown out quickly. Damari Prince. Prince gives it away. Gokoran. Being allowed to dribble and plays it with his left towards Desroy Finley. Will try to play it forward, and that's Marvin in a tussle with Jaron Gale, and an infringement committed by Gale. Free kick to the Roaring Lions. You can see, I think that's Brooks Bell. He's bellowing something. Not sure exactly what, but he's frustrated with something. Marvin boots it high upfield. He's going to get over the head of the last back and into the arms of Perez, the goalkeeper. Orozco. Eric. Trying to turn Eric. Will do so successfully. He's going to find that's the man John into Sutherland. Sutherland. Very good skill, Sutherland. Gets inside. He's going to lay it off to John. John looks for a turn. He's going to find Shamaine Naldo Charles. Naldo to Gale. Gale trying to find some space. Lays it off all the way to, I think that's Tyreek John. Goes for a shot. And again, it's well over the bar. They did all the hard work, but they just couldn't find the space or the time for a shot.
Yes. Yeah.
Salsa Ballers looking back in prime form, you have to say. Back in championship winning form.
Yes, they're certainly looking a good outfit here. And I'm certainly sure that going to be causing some chatter amongst the other team. We just said Coach Ben, who walked in the stadium just a while ago.
Doing a bit of a scouting mission, the man Ben Davies, of course, the Ducks United head coach. It's a ball forward. It's going to find Naldo Willett. Almost found the man Naldo. We know if this was about maybe 5-10 years ago, Naldo was getting there. He was rapid, but the injuries have slowed him down just a bit.
Yes.
That man Naldo, he's a very dangerous player on his day. Prince, Lee falls. And that just pretty much sums up the Roaring Lions day as of right now. Yeah. This is very good play. Sutherland cuts inside. Gets past another Sutherland.
Todd Prince should have gone wide to
Chipped over the
Kadeem there.
top. Gale is fast. Jaron Gale is fast. Gale hits it straight into carrying Burris. Jaron Gale pretty much had the goalkeeper alone to beat. Well. Jaron Gale. It's now going to find Naldo. Out wide is with Finley. Finley at speed. Finley puts in a ball across the goal that no one is really going to get to. And Prince will just chase for formality.
Just on the stroke of half time. And been a really good match here. really enthralling encounter. And excitement, especially on the defensive end of the Lions. They have been in the wars. They have weathered the storm. They have been able to put up a barrier from some export goalkeeping there from the man Burris. It could have easily been down some 3 goals.
But we have had
maybe
2
more
minutes
than
of
that.
stoppage. There definitely should have been at least a few in the back of the net. Of course, the man Finley having a glorious opportunity. Jaron just now had a glorious opportunity. They've had a few shots from John that has gone well over. And they should have put them on target. There's going to be out wide with Desroy Finley. He's fast, that man Finley. Boy, is he rapid, Desroy Finley. Breaking on the line, and I believe that's Keanu Woodley doing the mopping up there.
Good play there by the youngster Woodley. And
It's just I believe just turning 18 years old, Keanu Woodley. It's a throw into the Salsa Ballers. I think the large clock has stopped. It's stuck at 45:25.
oh,
It was that way when I looked at it about 40 seconds ago. So I'm not sure.
well,
It's going to be
supposed to stop.
a throw into the Salsa Ballers once again. This may be one of the final plays of the half.
Possibly.
Maybe the final touch of the half. Our referee says Lions through, and I believe that the 2 minutes of extra time should be up. This may be the final. Yep, it is the final action of the first half. What a first half it was. We've seen yellow cards, we've seen red cards, we've seen brilliant saves. Only thing we're missing is a goal. At the half, it's the Salsa Ballers 0 and the 10-man Roaring Lions 0.
Well, what I must say is some really good football from both teams, and also the Salsa Ballers as well, stringing the passes, creating the opportunities, not taking them as well they would have liked. The good defensive prowess there on the Roaring Lions as well. The goalkeeper carrying Boris coming up trumps, and in instances where they asked to the defenders are asked to help out. They did that and live to fight on going in at 0-0. But certainly show that the Salsa Ballers, they will have other ideas. They'll be talking about what they can build on, some of the things that they were able to do and would be able to capitalize on in the second half. The Roaring Lions, they themselves can just be the sigh of relief just to say, well, okay, guys, we have saved the day. Let's see how we can best regroup and reshape ourselves in order to play with this 10 men. And so after a good game, a good half, we bid you farewell for just about 15 minutes when we will bring the second half to you. An exciting one it will be. Back to Master Control.
Welcome back to the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center. Where at the half, the Salsa ballers, though almost thoroughly dominant, they were unable to put the ball in the back of the net against the 10-man Roaring Lions side. And the score remains 0-0, of course, with the man Tafari Smith getting himself a red card after 2 yellows from 2 reckless challenges. And we've seen no immediate changes at the half, but you can see that the man, Kieran Warner, is warming up. And awaiting the return of, I believe, the man, Keon Woodley. Lions are playing with just 9 men on the pitch right now. Well. Looks like Keon Woodley had a delayed return to the field. He's going over towards the fourth officials area. It's chipped over the top. It's going to find Finley. The speed is Roy Finley down the right-hand side. Finley puts it in. This one is partially cleared and eventually cleared further upfield, only as far as John. John here on the right-hand side cannot keep it in play. That's going to be a throw-in. We've now seen Keon Woodley returning to the field of play for the Roaring Lions. It's no changes at the half for either side. Looking like Kieran Warner, it will not take him too long to enter the field of play. As well as still waiting to see the man Screech emerge from the bench, but we know it should not take him too long as well to get himself onto the field of play. It's a free kick to the Roaring Lions. Could this be their opportunity to put a twist to this game that we certainly did not see coming? It's going to be chipped over the top. That's a good ball in. Headers miss. Shot comes in. Good save. Perez got down quickly and was able to collect that one there. This one chipped forward. Woodley intercepts. Only as far as that looks like the number 14 there in Ricardo John. That's a throw into the Salsa Ballers. We have had just the 48 minutes played, but it's been an all-action affair. Orozco finds John. That's Tyreek John. Looking out while I'm finding Dean. As has some pressure applied to him by the ever-tenacious Demario Prince. And the referee is going to say, that's a foul, that's a free kick, and get away. Prince, he's been very hot-headed today as the man Demario Prince. He's been very aggressive all game.
But what is that? What? I don't understand. Who's that player there?
That's Demario Prince.
No, the player for the Salsa Ballers?
I think that's Eric Gokaran. Was it Eric or was it? Is that the number 4 in Deans?
I'm not understanding why the tussle. He's shielding the ball.
I think that man, Demario Prince, he's been very aggressive all game. He's been appealing for every single foul.
But he's shielding the ball. He's shielding the ball. What would happen is that he's certainly going to take bumps and knocks. It's for the referee to call the play. I did not see the over excessiveness from Prince, so to speak. The player, I guess, didn't feel too comfortable and at least retaliated. But
as I suspected,
all good.
Kieran Warner was not too far away. He'll be coming on to replace Keon Woodley, number 14.
But Doc, normally when you shields the ball, you certainly have to look out for knocks either way, and
Ball
let
over the top.
the referee do the work. Let the referee make the call. That's going to be.
And that's a reckless
Well,
foot by Keon Lee. Shot comes in. Boris makes a good save. He's been called into action multiple times today, and he's come up trump every single time for the Roaring Lions.
good shot by John, but I almost think that the goalkeeper there in Boris was a little bit dramatic, so to speak. But
I think the pace of the ball may have caught him off guard because with John having slipped on the shot, he didn't think it was coming with the amount of firepower that it did. But it came rather forcefully. He had to get across rather quickly. Corner kick. Sutherland puts a good ball into the back post. This one is headed clear and looks like Prince can break. Prince trying to break at speed but cut out by Eric Gokaran.
good work
Here
there.
come the Lions for a chance to break, but it eventually is going to find the boot of, I think that's Kadeem Rogers. The referee's going to say that's a free kick to the Lions.
Yeah, just pulling out there. Boris trying Kadeem Rogers.
And if you look to the bench for the Lions beyond the man Warner whose win is beyond to the field already, you can't see much firepower beyond, well, outside of that man Oliver Screecher Walker. As the ball inside, he's looking for space to have a shot. Cutback comes in, it's blocked and out for a corner.
It's not going to be a penalty, Keon. That's a goal, a corner kick. There's no need for you to be throwing up a tantrum because certainly that's not. There's no way
It's way too close to be a penalty kick.
No way that the referee will call that.
No chance that should be a penalty. But it's going to be a corner. Abbott, the captain for the Roaring Lions, is going to take this one. He's going to leave it, in fact, for... Oh, they're trying a new tactic and it's going to bundle its way through. But here come the Salsa ballers on a break. Good ball forward. 2-on-1 chance. Good ball across. Naldo. Can he make it one? He puts it over. Charmaine Naldo Charles had the goal at his mercy. He had Boris dead to rights and he put it over the bar.
Well, drama here. It's a cheeky corner kick. Ball coming through the middle of the park, and it was on the break. It was the Salsa ballers. Good square pass there to the right side here towards us to the man Naldo, and had all the goal at his mercy along with Boris making a big meal of it, and another chance going to begin for the Salsa ballers.
Will they live to rue these chances? Orozco finds Deans over to Eric. Eric chips it forward to Sutherland, but can't keep it in touch. That's out for a throw-in.
Certainly, will they rue these chances? And that's the question. Because they have certainly gotten a number of chances here this afternoon.
You can see the Limers moving towards the dressing room area. Of course, they'll be doing battle against the Kicks United coming up at around 7:30. Here's Desroy Finley as he's taken down. Referee says that's going to be a play for the Lions. It's Keon Lee. And look like that was a shove there by the big man Orozco.
Yeah, well, that's a bailout
Free kick
there.
by Brooks Bell taken quickly. And the referee says, hey, put the ball where the foul occurred.
Well, the referee is saying a high arm, but certainly the ball showing a little bit too much of it. Was Keon there.
Brooks Bell goes high and wide for Damari Prince. This one is won by the Salsa Ballers. Again, breaking quickly, looking to find Sutherland, but Marvin does the cleaning up. Now it's going to be, I think that's the man Fishy, who's gone into central midfield.
Yeah, he's playing a defensive midfield in the defensive midfield role there.
Well,
Just
let's start off the game up top for them. Looks like Caron is playing at left back with Marvin and Brooks Bill, and the man Might has gone over to right back, and Fish is sitting just in front of them. It's the Salsa ball. It's building on from the back. Switches the play, finds Desroy Finley. Finley, he was looking for that darting run made by Jaron Gale. Picked up by Neil Gums. Neil to John. Chips it out wide for Sutherland, but it's cut out on the far side by Mighty. On his far Sutherland, who takes a very good touch. Sutherland, he's rapid, he's skillful, that man Sutherland. Oh, that's a good ball across as well to Desroy Finley. Finley can't keep it in touch. That's going to be, that's Naldo, I believe, yes. That's Naldo. And that's going to be a goal kick.
well, played some 10 minutes, still 0-0 into the 56 minutes of play. We've seen some really glorious opportunities for the Salsa ballers. Certainly show the most they have had for quite some time. Easy ones, but have not made the take the opportunities well at all. And
Well, they're certainly looking a very dangerous side, the Salsa ballers. But I don't know what their bench situation is looking like. Don't know if they have many substitutes to use. Of course, looking at their training sessions, they didn't have that many players up to training. Good ball across, great ball across. It's going to find Naldo, who can't keep it in play. That's going to be a goal kick.
well, I wonder why he didn't let the ball drop and then shoot. Just leave it come down and then just put the laces through it, kicking it off the volley, but waiting for it to drop for another touch and losing out there. Almost a giveaway again there. Jay asking the referee what happened there. Wasn't that a foul? But play continues and under pressure again. So the Roaring Lions not being able to string as many passes forward and get further forward. We can look and see the goalkeeper in the Salsa Ballers goal. He's right. He's outside the arc there on the 6-yard box.
It's that man Perez. He's a very confident keeper. He's looked very good as well. This is my first time seeing him, the man Josiah Perez. But here comes the Roaring Lions. It's Abbott, and Orozco does very, very well. He's looked very composed as well as that young man, that man Joel Orozco.
Good
another player I'm seeing for the first time.
Yes, good central defender there, tall and
he's
powerful.
Completely changed the Salsa Ballers back line.
Very composed on the ball as well.
Gives them a new dynamic, something different to what both Neil and Eric Gokaran bring. It's Kadeem Rogers. Fires it across and cleared by the Salsa Ballers. John, looking to break at pace is Sutherland, I believe. It's a good turn. Pings it across field and won by Karan. Kadeem looking to turn. And Warner will win the throw-in. Karan Warner. And a bad touch by Keon Lee. That's out for a Salsa Ballers through. We've almost had an hour played. It's still 0-0. And the 10-man Roaring Lions are still fighting rather stoutly.
Yes. Certainly is going to take some trickery because the opportunities presented to the Salsa Ballers, they have not taken them. And
ball over the top. This may be trouble. Here comes Naldo. Naldo wins it. Naldo tries to get it inside. This one is cleared. And it's a good turn as well by Kadim, but a risky pass, and Neil Gum wins it.
If we call him back, play.
It's going to be a free kick for the Roaring Lions. Brooks Bell chips it forward, looking for Kieran Warner. Warner. Ball comes across. It's a good ball across. And Perez had to get there because it looked like Demario Prince was lurking. It's a chip ball forward as well. And Marvin is going to let it run all the way back to goalkeeper Karim Burris.
It's good work there and good play from the number 20 player, substitute Kieran Warner. Was causing some trouble there.
Karim, Warner, Fishy, Marvin. Looking for Kean Lee. Now it's back with Kieran Warner. Tried to use the left foot, but gets caught out. Here's Desroy Finley. Finley to John. John driving forward, finds Sutherland on the left-hand side. Tyreek Sutherland. Ball forward. I was looking for Desroy Finley, but it's cut out. Here come the Lions. It's Kean Lee.
Much better from Lee.
But it's given away. High upfield. Takes a long shot, but you won't be burst from there.
Prince like he's pulling up.
That's not a good sign at all. The Lions are already down to 10 men. They can't afford to lose a player of Demario Prince's stature and capabilities. That's very good play. He's going to get inside. Ball comes forward, looking for Abbott. Back with Kadim Rogers. Tries to get a shot off. Referee's going to give the Roaring Lions a free kick.
Good work there from Rogers and Abbott. And he's
absolutely furious.
Really furious with the referee there. But that's football there for you. There's a good play from Salsa Ballers as well.
Well, it's going to be a free kick to the Lions. Going to be taken by, it looks like, Abbott, the captain for today for the Roaring Lions. And Nico's losing his head over something. As a free kick comes in, it's past the goal and a goal kick.
Not a lot of power and direction that he wanted it, and easy to deal with the goalkeeper.
Salsa Ballers building out from the back. I believe that's Deans. Chips it forward, gets over the top. Oh, and a shot comes in. Oh, it goes all the way through, and not too far away from our vantage point. Burris was beaten by the pace on that rebounded shot, but it drifted past the post.
That's serious. That could have been an easy goal there for that rebound, a ricochet. Well, Marvin not measuring it well at all.
Playing out from the back of the Lions, it's Kadim Rogers. Looking to turn, Finley touches it out. It's going to be a throw-in. The referee is going to go over to, well, something is going on the bench.
Well, he's on both benches. He's
looks like an unauthorized player was over on the technical area trying to retrieve a bag of some sort.
Wow.
Well, it's going to be the Salsa Ballers into this, the 64th minute of play. That's a free kick and another foul. It's been a game. It's ebbed and flowed. It's been both very free flowing as well as a bit. What you would would you call it tenacious? It's been
Yeah,
aggressive at
yeah,
times.
yeah.
It's been both. It's a mixture of both, and it's chipped forward, but goalkeeper Perez will have no issue.
Easy pickings for goalkeeper Perez. Boots it up, field quickly. And Brian heading away. 65th minute of play. Still 0-0 right here. Seen quite a number of chances, more so to the Salsa Ballers.
It's going to be the Salsa Ballers on the left-hand side of play, using his speed there. I believe that's the man, John. And it's going to be the Salsa Ballers through. Throw goes short. It will find the boot of Neil Gums. There's that John. Still waiting for him. Yes, it was Neil Gums. Chipped over the top. Looking for John. Picked up now by Deans. Deans turns and lays it off to John. Wide to, I believe it's Sutherland. Sutherland. Cutting across. Sutherland. Looking for space for a shot. This one is cleared and picked up now by Keon Lee. Lee driving forward at speed. Is going to find Abbott. Back to Keon Lee. But it's a good read there by Orozco. And the Lions throw. Still yet to see Screechy leave the dugout. The Lions will to have any ambition of winning this one. I would believe it will come off the boot or the head of that man, Oliver Screechy Walker, who was the leading scorer last year. Bicycle effort. Well, that would have been something. That definitely would have been something. The acrobatic attempt. But it's going to be the Salsa Ballers. Naldo. Chipped over the top. Good ball forward. Looking for Jaron Kale, I believe. And it's a bit of a miscommunication between defender and goalkeeper. But cleared up field. Only as far as Naldo, who gives it away. But officially with a bit of a poor touch. And Deans picks it up. Well, it's a good turn by Sutherland, I believe that is. And it's a free kick.
It's nice acrobatic attempt from Naldo, but the conviction in pulling it off, I wasn't quite there. But the attempt,
almost
the mindset,
got the Wayne Rooney.
The mindset was there, but and I'm seeing Tyreek on the sideline warming up. I'm not too sure how physically fit he is. I hope he's not over exerting and would want to be in the game as well to help. But he probably feels that he is ready and fit enough to be a part of this encounter. And so he will be entering the field momentarily, it seems, Doc, as we are looking at some attention being given to the Salsa Ballers goalkeeper there. Just some stretches, probably maybe just pulling up just a little bit.
That's the man, Josiah Perez. I'm not sure if they have a backup goalkeeper. We have seen the likes of Eric Gokaran. He's had a bit of a running goal for a time last season when the Salsa Ballers were without a goalkeeper. They did a pretty admirable job. He's looking up and down this.
It's been a really good game so far, and the crowd, as spectators, still coming in, still trickling in, as you've seen some of the supporters of the Rowing Lions. They are sporting their supporters T-shirt, and they are really supporting. But it's good to see the build-up that we have here, Doc, and as well, they have been entertained with some really good flowing football right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium.
There's going to be the man Tyreek Lake making his way onto the field of play. The goalkeeper, he had his treatment and he's looking fit and raring to go. Momentarily, we'll be seeing who Tyreek Lake is replacing.
who will be the player coming out? That's
what we're yet
the
to
question. The referee has not acknowledged the substitute as yet.
The board is up, but the referee has not acknowledged it at all. I don't think the board can. It looked like it may be the number 30. Oh, free kick comes in. Ooh, Burst doesn't make a save. Ooh, that looks like a handball as well. It looks like a handball. Well. It looks like maybe Damara Prince who's going to be being replaced. As you can see, Caron is streaking forward, asking for it. Will he get it? He will get it. He's looking for a shot, but that's a brilliant challenge. He's on his feet still, the man Caron Warner. Caron gets on the byline very quickly, cleverly to the back post. Take him down, looking for a chance to get a ball across. All the way across, and eventually Salsa can pick this one up. And another player goes down.
Wow, that's some really good play there. The real sharp bit I've seen the Lions here not getting enough men forward. That nice, wonderful walk from Warner. They're squaring it across, but just a little too far ahead of the man. The captain there in Abbott, he was trying to find a player back in the middle of the pitch, and the clearance, the collection picked up there by the Salsa ballers, and they lived to fight another day, but that one was looking dangerously built up there from the Roaring Lions team.
Well, I've been asking for him all day, and he's getting a warm-up now. The man, Screechy Oliver Walker, he's just been sent out by the man, Nigel Connor, to get a bit of a warm-up. And as we're seeing the injured player back to his feet, he's jogging off on his own power, so he looks completely fine. But Tyreek has not been able to make his way onto the field of players yet.
Some good play there from Warner and both Kadim, who was the player down just a little bit. And
Finley putting it forward. And it's going to get past Marvin as well. Marvin using his body strongly. And the free kick goes the way of the Roaring Lions.
I'm thinking he has just been bailed out there because I'm not too sure what Fleming saw there.
I don't know about that.
Marvin was just bailed out there, overcommitting and over exerting, and the player smartly pulling out, almost pulling the chair. Marvin going down, and the linesman thought, referee's assistant, thought that it was an infringement. Yeah,
it will be Damari Prince, who's been replaced by Tyreek Lake. It's chipped over the top. As we're seeing it's getting a bit scrappy now. Challenges flying in.
yeah.
But Orozco chips it forward, looking for Desroy Finley. Header won by Kieran Warner. Now it's Keon Lee. Lee goes forward. He's going to find Abbott. Abbott driving into the box. Turning. Abbott. Lee. And Salsa can clear. Nico has done everything short of running onto the field himself today.
Yeah,
he's been so frustrated.
He's saying that Lee should be tacking wing with the ball. He's trying to thing, but
referee Harding is stopping play again. Not sure. I think he's going to talk to a player for the Salsa Ballers. Not quite sure what. I think that's what Roscoe has done, but or if he's going to give him a drop ball. It's Kieran Warner. Back with Keon Lee. Lee chips it inside. It's a dangerous ball across as well, but Salsa can clear, but they have no one forward. Pretty surprisingly, pretty much the first time for the game they've had no one forward.
yeah,
The amount of attacking firepower they have You see that the man Jaron Gillies pretty much gone out of the game as this game has gone on. He's been used less and less as Lions have grown more into the game. This one is chipped forward and over the top across the face of goal to pretty much no one in particular, and that's a goalkeeper's ball.
That was Fishy showing some good speed there. And we've seen where Tyreek Lake has been slotted into defensive mid.
He is a midfielder by trade, and that's a rather poor header, you have to say. Good ball forward. It's going to find Destroy Finley. Finley on the right-hand side. Finley puts it inside. This one is blocked. And eventually will be cleared by the Roaring Lions. Warner, using his left foot, will boot it up towards Abbott.
Certainly some good class there shown by Tyreek, controlling nicely amongst all the fluff there in the back, just playing it nicely there.
It's Deans. It's pretty much played all over the park today for the Salsa Ballers. Deans on the throw. Looking for an option. Tries to go down the line. It's booted out of touch. That's going to be another throw.
So who's going to draw the first blood here? Next game coming up, we've got the Minuteman and Millington. They will be bringing you coverage of the Limers FC versus the Kicks United. It's interesting. Would be interesting to see the makeup of the Kicks team as well. But in the meantime, and in between time, this game has been quite an enthralling, exciting one. Ebbs and flows for both teams. Seen where the Lions have been playing with 10 men for quite a very long period. John.
But it's the Salsa Ballers over on the left-hand side of play. Looking to keep this one in touch, and it's out of touch for a throw-in. We're now seeing the Kicks United going over to warm up, and they will be a very interesting sight to see with the amount of players they have lost. It'll be interesting to see how the likes of Defari and Delany will be able to bear the load, really, of the Kicks United attack. Here comes the Lions breaking forward. And a loose touch picked up by Finley, who puts it over the top. That's a dangerous ball over the top, but Boris will collect. And Leon, he's a bit interested as to the thinking of Finley as to why he would control the ball and chip it up in the air rather than playing a through ball along the ground. But Lee, that's an interesting ball by Lee, and a good challenge. The Salsa Ballers can clear. That's out for a Lions throw.
Oh, Jay been hounded there by two players, and he's been in the walls a bit. Jay Abbott has had a pretty good game as well. Most energetic I've seen him in a big league game.
Well, it's an attacking change. It's the number 11 who is not listed on the team sheet as far as I can see. He's replacing Neil Gums. Not sure who this number 11 is for the Salsa Ballers. But no, Kareem Boris has gone down. That's another injury.
I hope it is nothing.
Share in this encounter.
Hope it is nothing too serious, because for me, he has been my man of the match so far. Really putting in some good saves. And of the number of chances we have seen the Salsa Ballers created, they will be kicking themselves heading into the 79 minutes of play and still really don't have anything to show for it at all. They have had a number of chances, easy one at that as well. We've seen where Kareem has made some really telling saves as well, but I'm certainly sure that the Salsa Ballers would and another they would say we'd like to have a couple of those chances back.
And what I can tell you for certain, that this game should not be 0-0. It definitely shouldn't be 0-0. And this man right here may change that. Oliver Scritchy Walker, the Lions' leading scorer last year, and making his way onto the field of play, replacing, I think it's that man, Fishy.
Well, Karim is up, just flexing his quad just a little bit, and he looks to be able to continue. He won't want to leave the pitch. And
there's going to be a throw to the Lions. Keon Lee trying to break at speed out wide to Abbott. Abbott down the left-hand side. Abbott cuts it back to Lee. Lee goes down. Penalty! Well, can you believe it? Come on, Harding Hodge with a huge call. Probably the call of the match. And I have to see the replay. But a penalty is a decision. And will that be the game changer? Will the Salsa Ballers live to regret every missed chance they have had? I have to see the replay on this one. Well, looking back at it, it was that man, Keon Lee, driving into the box at pace. Played it out wide to Abbott, who cut it back to Lee, and Lee took a touch. Ooh!
Yes. I'm looking at the demeanor of the players.
I think that's a good call.
Yes, but looking at the demeanor of the players.
I think that's a good call by Kamal Harding Hodge.
And looking at the body language of the Salsa Ballers players, they are not up in on the call. So,
it was a poor challenge. He chipped it at his back heels. Lee went down, and well, it's going to be...
Is that Tyreek Lake?
Not exactly sure who's going to be taking the penalty. It's going to be Kadeem Rogers, I believe, on the penalty with his left boot. His first game for Lions. He scores! Lions have gone 1 goal to the good in a game they should have no chance of being ahead in. They are somehow 1 goal up with 10 minutes left and 10 men on the pitch. Absolutely crazy scenes here at the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center.
Well, like we were saying, we were wondering if they were going to rue those chances. Still lots of time in the game. Just about unofficially 9 minutes, 8 minutes to go. And unofficial time, but what a time to really take the lead and go 1-0 ahead after you've been under some serious pressure for almost the entire portion of this match here. The Salsa Ballers will be only kicking themselves and have themselves to blame, but they will have other ideas. I'm certainly sure that they'll look to see if they can equalize here before the end.
Giving away. Here come the Lions again. It's Tyreek Lake. Playing it out wide. Here come the Lions. He has a shot. This one is blocked by Orozco. Deans. Eric playing it forward to Sutherland. Sutherland cuts it inside. Looks for the diagonal ball across field. And he looks for the turn as well. It finds Desroy Finley. Finley chips it up towards Naldo, who heads it over the top. And this one is headed clear. And chipped up upfield towards Oliver Walker. Looking for the long ball. Will he? No, he goes short. And driving forward now was the man Tyreek Lake. Now Abbott. Abbott is going to find, I think that's Kadeem Rogers. Back to Abbott. Abbott turning. Abbott trying to turn the corner. Loses out. Here come the Salsa Ballers. Sutherland. Chipping it forward, looking for the number 14. And I think that's John. Who gets inside well, but touched out. That's going to be a corner.
Good coverage there from Warner. Warner has really played very well since he has entered the pitch here this afternoon, and has been quite a bright spot there in the defense, moving forward as well for the Roaring Lions there. Covering well, giving away the corner kick. And we've seen some very dangerous corner kicks being taken here from the Salsa ballers, corner kickers.
Kareem Burst was nearly beaten from a corner in the first half. This ball comes towards the edge of the area. It's cleared. Only as far as the number 11. It was a bit casual, and the Lions could break. But he's chipping it over the top to pretty much no one in particular. And, well, the Salsa ballers.
Yeah, the win has just been knocked out of their sails. They're looking very dejected, having played so well all game and not being able to get on the score sheet and giving away the penalty in the end. I've seen on 2 occasions where here is
Finley. And the tussle, and it's a Salsa ballers through. Ooh, Abbott's going to get a card here because that is absolutely poor. That's very poor. If the call is made, you cannot react like that.
But why is he doing that?
In a game you're already leading, you can't afford to lose your captain as well.
Yes, you should be quickly throwing that ball and picking up your...
That man, Orozco's looked very good for the Salsa ballers, and it's a good touch. It may have been Eric, but here come the Salsa ball. That's good skill. I think that's Sutherland. Goes to a long shot. Ooh, Boris! Boris had to get there. It was not too far away, but it's going to be a goal kick.
So Sutherland has really shown some really skilled play here on the park here at the Raymond E. Gishad Stadium. One of the bright spots for the Salsa ball. Well, pretty much a good showing from all the Salsa ballers players as well. But he has been a danger man, so to speak, and really putting on a show here. Here we see the free kick taken quickly, headed away there. And here is Sutherland again, spinning and moving.
He's skillful. He's
turning.
Very skillful is that man, Sutherland. Ball through again, almost found him as well. They just haven't been able to break down that 10-man Lions. That defensive line has looked very solid. Ball over the top end, Kareem Burris will take his precious time. If there was ever a Roaring Lions team that could be beaten, this was the team. If there was ever a team that could beat a Roaring Lions side, it was this Salsa Ballers team. But when the chips were down, the Roaring Lions roared to the top. And Kadeem Rogers, the former Kicks United player, one of their most hated rivals, came up chump for the Roaring Lions.
I'm sure he'll be bubbling because he felt a little disappointed. I spoke to him on a couple of occasions, and some of his thoughts that he expressed, I was thinking, but you still a young chap, and you have quite a lot of time on your side, and so all you need to do is just continue to put in the work. So I'm certainly sure that he'll be feeling good of himself. Played very well for the most part, and was able to really take a good penalty to put the Roaring Lions in the lead.
Well. Into added time. We have had 90 minutes played.
It'll be interesting to see how much added time we have.
The 10-man Roaring Lions have once again proven why they are the team to beat. With so many players out, with so many players injured, they were somehow able to beat the Salsa Baller side. For the moment, we still have time. We still have time left to play. Don't know how much added time there is.
Well, we still await the...
Oh, here come the Salsa Ballers! Oh, and that's a sliced clearance, but a crucial clearance nonetheless, because they were coming, and they were coming with some serious speed.
Yes, we still yet to see the fourth official with the injury time added. 7 minutes.
7
Thank you,
minutes
coach.
of added
7
time.
minutes.
That's a lot of time for the Salsa Ballers.
As we can see in the game,
Sutherland lines up a shot up and over.
I think just about right because we see quite a number of stoppages as well, lengthy ones. So I think 7 minutes is just quite about right. Yeah, so 7 minutes for the Salsa Ballers to at least finalize and equalize. But with the chances they would have had, I'm sort of sure them saying, wow, we have let one slip away from us this evening.
And it's a yellow card for Kareem Burris. Time wasting. 7 minutes for the Salsa Ballers to class something out of this one. A game they have no right of losing.
Why isn't he letting Marvin kick the ball? He should let Marvin kick the ball out, really.
Just put it as far field as you can. And that's going to be a foul and a free kick.
Oh, Karen using his palm there. Just.
I have to wonder why they wouldn't send the big man Roscoe up. He's tall. He can get his head on one. That could be dangerous.
John is going to take this one, and he really floats the ball and kicks it very well. Certainly would have to deal with.
John chips it in. Good ball in! Oh! Somehow, someway, it managed to evade the back of the net.
What happened there just a while ago?
Well.
Certainly we need to look at the replays and to see because that one was brilliantly floated, brilliantly floated there in the area, and
it was a dangerous ball in, and I think he was offside, and his header nonetheless smacked Kareem in the face. I don't think Kareem had any idea what happened. The ball just hit him, but he was offside either way.
Wow, that one, someone should have gotten ahead on that one because that one was really floated right in the area that just needed a tap ahead in, but never to be. And here is the Lions trying to come up with it. It's a throw-in.
Looks like the officials for the second game will be Hilton Nutsy and Kylan Fleming.
Yes.
It's going to be a throw-in now. Header is won by the Salsa Ballers, only as far as the Lions. Looks at the ball out wide towards Screechy. Screechy. Shipped it to the back post, to the edge of the box, sorry. Now Karan Warner. Finley, he's fast, but he's not fast
enough. Certainly.
Will that be all she wrote? The Salsa Ballers somehow a 1-0 down. There should be about 6 goals to 1 up.
It's going to be an interesting season. Seeing from the teams that I've seen so far, it's going to be really a tight competition between these teams. Salsa Ballers can feel a little bit down that they had not gotten that goal at least to push them ahead, but they are going to take on the opportunities and build on that, I'm certain.
It's the Lions. They're not quite done yet. Ball comes into the box, looking for an opportunity to turn, but that's going to be a free kick to the Salsa Ballers, taken quickly. But referee says none of that.
And I think Screechy just gave himself just a little bit disadvantage himself there because he thought that the pass wasn't a good one and he didn't go make the effort the first time. And when he did,
here comes Salsa going for an audacious effort, and I think he could have tried to be a bit more cute this time and just slid the through ball in. He tried to go for the glory himself, trying to beat Boris off his line, and it's going to be a goal kick. And will that be all she wrote for the Salsa Ballers? It's the Lions. Oh, that's a risky pass. That's a very risky pass. And Mighty could do nothing but clear it out.
Yes, they're living dangerously there.
Cleared. Screechy. Over the top towards Kadeem. Kadeem turns. Kadeem finds pretty much his coach.
Trying to find Screechy, but I think at this stage of the game, could have easily rolled it to Kian and let him continue the pass coming this side. Just a little bit exuberant and in what he was really trying to do and didn't come off as well, giving the ball back to the Salsa ballers.
So number 11, throwing it high for Naldo. Lions throw. The referee looks at his watch.
Oh.
Leon Jeffers, coach of the Salsa Ballers, has no say in this matter as referee Kamal Harding-Hodge calls time on this one. The Roaring Lions FC, in a game they had absolutely no business winning after going down to 10 men within half an hour, have somehow kept a clean sheet and won the game 1-0, a game that should have been about 6-1.
Well, yes, the Salsa ballers will only have themselves to blame because they created all the chances after playing a good brand of football as well and having anything to show for it. And in the end, just overcommitting there, the defender, and fouling a player there in Keon Lee, who might say, well, I didn't had a good game today, but at least I came up when it was big and was able to get a penalty for my team and saw them going 1-0 and taking all 3 points. But in all aspects, I would say a good game, the better game of football I've seen for so far for the tournament. And I'm looking forward at especially this Salsa Ballers team to see how best they are going to go through the season, Doc. And so really good game that we saw here today.
We have had a very good weekend of football, and coming up, the end of the weekend of football promises to be a very, very good game. It's the Limers FC. They'll be taking on the Kicks United, and that promises to be a very, very good game. So join us in about a half hour's time, if that long, and we'll be seeing the last of this weekend's action of the first week of the Anguilla Football League.
Certainly, and the next voices you're going to be hearing will be that of Millington and the Minuteman. They'll be bringing you live coverage. Until then, back to Master Control. Thanks for joining.